as a human being, really as a living thing on this earth. It's kind of funny, but feeling safe in our core, in our body, it allows us to take risks. It allows us to grow and expand when we have this safe foundation, this safe core that we can return to anytime. And that's why safety found outside of oneself is dangerous, because there will be times in our life that we're alone, whether it be because someone's in another room and busy, or because we're truly alone in a place. There is nobody in the other room. There's nobody in the rest of the house. There's nobody in the yard, hopefully. Yeah, it's inevitable. It's a part of life that there are things we will have to get through alone. And so knowing that you are the only person that's always going to exist with you, then it makes sense that you would want a strong, safe core to go into and be with in times of turmoil, in times of, will this last forever, you know? And it might also be misinterpreted when it comes to safety, that means that certain criteria has to be fulfilled. Now, I actually do believe that having shelter that can actually keep you safe, knowing where your next meal is coming from, knowing that you can have access to adequate drinking water, those types of things. Obviously, there's more to add to the list. Those are obvious things that help us to feel safe. And those are obvious things that without, we don't feel safe. That just makes sense, right? Like, those are basic human necessities. And I know that not every human has them. And I know that that is why it festers into more humans not having those things, because that's a level of, it's inhumane. That's a level of poverty that I don't think I want to get into that with this, but I know that exists. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but anywho, what it's talking about is that those things are obvious safety things. What's not so obvious is the safety that comes from energetically clearing our system after a day of being around other people's energies, of feeling our own past energies, of feeling other lifetimes' energies, we don't understand, because we're not taught that maybe the reason you feel anxious or angry or deeply sad is because not something in your external environment, which maybe it is as well, but something inside is not feeling safe. And it could be because inside you have more than just your emotions, your energy flowing through. And if that's the case, then no, your insides are not going to feel safe, no matter what changes around you environmentally. So that's one way, is clearing your system every day when you get home and you are going to be in the safety of your home for the night. That is something you can do to start continuing to regulate your nervous system and return to a core safety. And the more you do that, if you really do consistently every day clear energy, and I have another video on this that I'll link at the very end that talks about different ways to clear your energy when you get home. But when you do that, it's telling yourself, oh, I am safe with you, because you every day make sure that I'm cleared out of anything that doesn't serve me, of anything that isn't really mine to hold on to. And our body and our energy body responds to that responsibility that we're taking by being so grateful and functioning even better. So another way to cultivate safety is hard because we grow attachments. And that's very normal. That's just being a human. But because of these attachments and because of our ability to recall memories and our compassion, the second one's a little harder, but it is clearing people from your life that truly you don't feel safe around. Now, there's some people who it's like, ooh, when they're in a bad mood, that's like, don't like to deal with that. But there's a difference between like, when she's mad, it's kind of like uncomfortable. There's a difference between that and they're outright saying unkind things on purpose to hurt you, just because they're hurt. And there's a difference between, it's just, you will have to discern yourself. I can't obviously lay out the groundwork for every possible scenario, even though a part of my brain really wants to, because I don't want anybody to be able to be like, well, what about this or what about that? But hey, it's going to happen. So here we go. Cultivating safety, especially in your home, the knowledge that when you go home, that is your area to be safe, that nobody's going to come in and intentionally harm you, that even if there are misunderstandings where someone does get hurt, it's talked about, it's felt through, it's apologized for, and it's continuously worked on. It can make us feel crazy to be around somebody who doesn't see where their own light needs brightening, and that takes it out on you. And then we'll take it out on other parts of our lives. So if at home you don't feel safe, you may start to bring that into your workspace or into your friend group. And if they say hurt people, and you don't want to bring that energy of either depleting your friends and your work company of their energy because you're trying so hard to find safety in these places because home is not safe. You also don't want to be the one going in there and like harming others and making them feel unsafe in that environment because you feel unsafe in yours. So understanding that home, it's important to have a place, even if it's your car. I lived in my car for a few months, and honestly, it was my safe place. No matter where you live, make sure that it's somewhere that you can clear your energy, close your eyes at night, and feel safe. That actually leads me to the final thing I want to talk about in this video, which is, what does safety feel like? That's the note that I want to leave us off on, and I would love to hear in the comments what safety feels like to you. I'm going to take a few moments to feel into my body so that you can replicate this and locate it within your own body, and then I'll explain more in a minute about why this is such a great thing to do. Okay. Should I explain it now so that you're not just watching me for like, okay, why is she doing this? Sure. So when we locate a feeling inside of our body, it makes it more tangible because you're feeling it. And then when we get into spots in our day where we're not this regulated, where we're like not intentionally focusing on regulating our nervous system, and then we get dysregulated, then it's easier to identify, label, and feel through something that at a time that you were calm, you already felt where it is, what it feels like, and how to help it feel dissolved or resolved, whatever you want to call it. So the reason that we're locating where safety is in our body and how it feels is so that the next time we're feeling unsafe and we recognize like, oh, I don't feel safe right now, it'll be easier for us to locate in our body, like, oh yeah, I remember my safety is in my heart. Okay, and I remember that safety in my heart felt really warm. So what's something I can do right now that would make my heart feel warm? I'm going to give then I'll mess up the mic, but I'm going to give myself a really deep squeeze. I'm going to hold myself. Or maybe making your heart warm is exercising, getting your blood pumping. But that's why we're doing this, is so that when we do get dysregulated, because it's going to happen, we are, this awareness, this conscious, intentional awareness has more of a chance of getting through the ego and being located and felt, and then we will be able to return to safety quicker. Okay, enough rambling, here I go. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I had my foot up on the chair this whole time. I'm going to put my feet on the ground. If your feet don't reach the ground wherever you're sitting, that's okay. If your feet don't reach the ground, feel how the chair is holding you. And even if your feet do touch the ground, feel how the floor is supporting you. And the floor is supporting the chair that is supporting you. The main thing right now when we drop in is, especially to feel safety, is to feel all the things that are supporting us right now. Locating safety, and I do that through support. I take a few deep breaths and imagine myself really grounding into the things that my body is touching. My feet are grounding into the floor, growing roots that go all the way into the earth. I'm grounded, I am so secure. And I'm sitting on a solid surface. It's soft, but solid, and I can put all my weight on it. I can relax my shoulders, relax my jaw, let my face look however it looks when I'm fully relaxed. I'm locating what it feels like in my body to feel safe. So my safety feels really, really deep in my solar plexus root chakra area. Yeah, the root, I think it's actually more the root, not so much the solar plexus. The root chakra, which is like your thighs up to your hips, that area. I believe, don't quote me on that. So that's where my safety resides, and it feels squishy. Warm. It feels like if it was squeezed, it would make me laugh. It actually it makes me laugh. And that's that. Please let me know in the comments if you did the exercise and where your safety is located in your body, what it feels like, and even maybe one way that you feel you could enact your safety. Because what just occurred to me through doing this is laughter. Laughter definitely helps me bring myself back to this safe feeling. If there's laughter, it must be safe. Not maniacal laughter. If I hear, "Wah, ah, 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 ah," no, then I might be like, But if you hear people like, something like that, you'd be like, what? I want to come in this room. What's going on? So, all right. Thank you for listening. I really hope you have a most wonderful evening, and I hope that when you locate safety next time, you feel the amount of power that you hold. You are so strong, so capable.